In this tutorial, I will show and explain the different simulation functionalities and output you can get from COMFEN. So it is focusing on this part and not too much about how to create scenarios and so on. And this is the part 1 where we're looking at the overview page and the climate page. At the left you have the different scenarios that is in this project. On this first page of overview summary we have all the different scenarios shown on one page so we could get a quick overview. And then under tabular we have the numerical values instead of graphs. Sometimes it can be quite good to have the numbers to go more into detail of the differences between the different scenarios. So here we have different kind of graphs showing the energy use, the peak demand and CO2 emissions. These CO2 emission calculation is quite simple, but it gives some kind of idea of how the CO2 emission is. And the annual heat gain through the windows, and again the peak values. Under the climate page we have 4 sub pages, and the first one is the dry bulb temperatures, and that relates basically to the ambient air temperature and the solar radiation for this specific site. The monthly summaries is more into detail of the solar radiation. First the direct solar radiation and the diffuse, and of course there is more direct solar radiation than diffused. And the second row is the daylit hours, first the direct and the diffused again, and the last one is the sky clearness. This is also quite interesting to understand when and where on the time of year on the specific site there is a clear sky or not. Outdoor temperatures, more into detail, the relation between the temperatures and the relative humidity here for the 4 seasons, and this showing the average outdoor dry bulb temperatures and the wet bulb temperatures that have a relation to the relative humidity. And on the last tab we have prevailing winds for the 4 seasons. These climate visualization is what COMFEN takes into account when it calculates the energy and thermal comfort as well as the daylight comfort. So this gives a quick overview of the climatical condition for this specific site, and this is Denmark, Copenhagen.